Okay, let's start Unit 3, Division. You will need your student activity book. Go to page 93, please, in your student activity book, your workbook. If you need to pause the video so everybody can get to that page, please go ahead and do that. There are some vocabulary words that we will go over in a different video. Divisor, quotient, and dividend. And so you'll hear me using those. You will need to write the definitions down later in the lesson. All right. So we have three different models: array, rows and columns, and area model. An array is just when you have the cubes individually, like this. And you'll see that in the middle of your page. This is called an array. And then there's rows and columns, which is basically the same thing. There's just no spaces in between. Okay? And then the last one is an area model. And this one doesn't have the individual sections. We just label the sides for it. All right. And then they give you different equations. For each one, there's 12 divided by 3 equals something. And then 3 times something equals 12. They're just reminding you that these are related. If you know your fact families and multiplication, you will be great at division as well. So go ahead and find the answers for each of those. On the bottom part, 3, we have a new word for some of us called remainder. A remainder is just a fancy word for leftover, any extra. All right, so the first one they give you is 14 divided by 3. There are two different ways to write this. I'm writing both so you understand. And you are going to take 14, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And we need to make this into 3 groups, okay? So there's a couple different ways to go about this. One way we can say here's our 3 groups, and I need to put 14 into here. So I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 4 in this group, 5 in here, and 5 in here. That's not right. They have to all be equal. So if I take 1 from here, now there's 4. So I have this extra here. Take 1 from here. Now there's 4. So I have this extra over here. Now there's 4 in each group and have my 2 extras over here. So then there would be 4 in each group with a remainder of those 2. Okay, and if you're going to do it over here, on the other side where I made the circles, 3 groups, well, I set up my array. Here's 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, and then, again, my 2 extra, my remainder 2. All right, let's do another one. Go ahead and turn your page to page 94. And I am going to show you their example, 23 divided by 5. Okay, so I know 5 times 2 is 10. Okay, I know that 5 times 3 is 15. And I know 5 times 4 is 20. And 5 times 5 is 25. Which one gets me closest to this 23, but doesn't go past it? It's not bigger. That is going to be the 5 times 4 is 20. So 5 times 4 would be 20. I didn't use all of them. I actually have 3 left over. I cannot make a group of 5 if I only have 3. So I made 4 groups, and I have a remainder of 3. So here's a picture of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Now again, I want to make those 5 groups. So 1 group, 2 groups, 3, 4, and 5, and then there's my remainder of those 3. Another way to set that up, if you don't know, like a lot of you know 5 times 4 in your head, but if you didn't know 5 times 4 in your head, and we had 23 into 5 groups, here's how I could do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my 5 groups. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Now, see how I did not finish that? So I have to make my groups equal. So here's the equal groups. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, and then over here's my leftover 3. So I had 4 whole groups, and then I had my remainder of 3. All right, you can go ahead and use cubes for this. You can draw pictures. If you already know your multiplication facts pretty well, you can not use those. It's whatever works best for you. The manipulate helped me. So go ahead and try those problems on page 94. And when you are done with problems 1 through 6, please come check in with a teacher, and we will make sure you are on the right track and let you know what to do next.